Yeah.
Good, how are you?
By chance, you know, student council on
How you doing, Carson?
you were asking, yeah, like my uniform.
Yeah.
I
When I can't see it.
I'm back here. Ian's up there.
Awesome. Good luck. Look forward to it.
I've been here since school started, so.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Anybody else got any cafeteria they should be getting out?
When you're doing the play teaser during the visitor,
Yes,
it's not listed specifically. But that,
I remember seeing it somewhere here, so, but yes, I can do it during the visitors, so that way it's acknowledged. Where did I see that?
so
Thank you, Mr. Terriani.
yeah, thank you.
Aaron, do you know if we have the recorder executive session?
I'm gonna guess it's in that day, but
Okay,
let's double check when Tracy gets here.
perfect. Okay, so it looks like the agenda changed. The agenda that I initially got emailed showed them doing the play during the recognition of visitors.
Okay.
It's not on this one though, so I just want to make sure.
And then Chris said he's gonna speak on behalf of the student council as soon as he's done up there and get down here.
Look at that.
Like counteraction? I don't see it.
Yeah, so there's no back there. How's it go?
Here, grab my soda. Soda.
How's it going, Grover?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's going great then.
Let's see, you know, see again. Oh, here we're gonna have. Yeah. Gonna have a party. Maybe.
Yeah.
You ready? 40 years. 40 years. You're gonna hang with me.
You're one of the rare people.
All right. You're ready.
One of the rare.
I know I don't look that old, but 40-year high school reunion.
Well, I do look that old, so.
Yeah, you got the grades for me, Dan.
Do you two graduate together or what? Oh, I didn't know that.
Like all in the middle.
Different section.
Oh.
Maybe, just maybe Christmas night. That makes sense.
Tracy, the orders in the back.
Like for the bike off, that's the back out. And then Christmas will be when I walk. Or I'll be like, okay, I'm here. Yeah. Turn my light
I know last time we think it was. We were rushing last minute to try to figure it
I can go see what's in there. And then this I just got in the mail today, so
Okay.
TJ hasn't even, I mean, we paid it what we get every year.
Oh, gotcha.
So. Maybe it's a certain thing.
Hello, Ms. Esta. How are you?
Job again?
Yeah.
So how far do you go?
Usually, I try to get 2 miles.
No, I'd like to get 3 miles of walking in addition, but I just. Right close. I was not scared.
Yep.
I'll just get up. Better than nothing, for sure. You will want to have this for when you go to check in to make
I'll tell
sure.
you what we'll do.
Your confirmation.
You know what that?
Maybe I'll
You know where Darren lives?
get in a little bit.
Right, let's hope
So
so.
we go up to Wisconsin, across the road. After that new house road and stuff, right? So what we'll do
Yeah,
is
please for the doctor.
we'll have a party at Randy's house and we'll jump in there.
There you go. It's already planned. Yeah. I do. Excited. Okay. Yeah, stop. Right, I got the pencil and the pen. Mercy, you're doing the audio here?
Yeah, I just, this is last year. Everybody was getting on. Well, I see.
Today. I'm good. You're in charge from here on out, so.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. How's it going? Excellent. Doing changing.
Oh, I see.
Thank you for getting on the list. Appreciate it. Yes.
Okay, do you have the papers for it?
I do. Usually fine, but I just, when I find out, oh, yeah, I forgot.
was nice to take.
Thank you, treat.
Right, yeah.
Thank you very much.
But they were not a I don't know.
Over it. Yeah.
They got very quick, so.
Let's get that done.
That's a much.
They do, it's. Makes them.
More time of doing that.
I don't know for sure, but, they talked more about the Dubuque gardens than they did at the water park, but, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
that was still nice that you took that.
yeah.
I'll see that good time. Oh, yeah.
Or we don't.
Other teachers, sure. They usually never have any problems with it, but usually it's just work. He says things that he should say, you know. But other than that, never problem with the team. Other than never really talks about it. I usually crack it. That's. Good for her. Yeah.
You're right. Oh, you should blow it up.
I think Patrick had, he had stuff too. He had some questions. Oh, sure.
Just some teacher, go teach.
Him and I'll be having this. So cheating or, swatting.
I'm sure they're probably. Oh, yeah.
How's Marla doing?
When I have to grab something.
All right, sounds good.
Wait.
Oh, it was.
Lately, it just really.
So it should be pretty quick into the meeting.
Awesome, thank you.
I would like to call our regularly scheduled meeting of the East Dubuque Board of Education to order. It is October 15th, at 6:01 p.m. Roll call, please.
Bolton. Here. Dahlberg.
Here.
Foot.
Here.
Shower. Here. Sent. McDermott. Ryan.
Here.
Please rise for the pledge to the flag.
Which stands one nation
Moving on to the consent agenda.
Second.
It's been moved by Dan, seconded by Christina to approve the consent agenda as stated on the agenda for the evening. Roll call, please.
Dahlberg.
Aye.
Foot.
Aye.
Shower. Aye. Ryan. Aye. Colton.
And moving on to recognition of visitors and correspondence. High school play to present for us this evening. So
I believe they've got a teaser.
Are you gonna have instructions for plugging this back in?
all right, sounds good.
The ghosts are moving tonight. You can hear them, can't you? They're restless, hungry, and I should think in desperate need of some company. Fortunately for them, company is prominently featured on tonight's menu. Permit me to introduce myself. I am Frederick Lord. You've no doubt heard about me in the papers and such. None of it true, I assure you. But you're not here to talk about me. You're here to learn about the strange goings-on that happened in this century-old triumph of frickin' slate, simply known as the House on Haunted Hill. Built by the infamous coal miner Byron Valentine, the house was meant to be a wedding present for his daughter Rebecca. Poor Rebecca. Hers was a tragic story full of lust, betrayal, violence, and all those other delicious morsels that make ghost stories so appealing. But more on her later. All you need to know for now is that I rented the house in February of '59 so that my wife could give herself a party, a haunted house party. She was amusing, my wife, or at least she was. Once the party was in full swing, I forced Pritchard's hand and made her take us on a guided tour of her home. No, the ghost! No. Once she was apprehensive at first, but once I told her there was an extra 20 in it for her, her nerves, like so many for ghosts, mysteriously disappeared. She led us through a dark, cavernous hall, wandering in cobwebs. She began swatting away at them, like an explorer got to the underbrush of the jungle. She seemed to find delight in this. We all did. We pressed on and ventured forth to the library, the billiard room, the various parlors, and eventually made our way down to the subterranean level of the house, and to its main attraction, its wine cellar.
Sure is dusty and dry out here. Don't you think so, Chris?
Yeah, well, not much to see here either. Maybe if we head back again.
Wait. Isn't this the room where a woman, a millionaire, I believe, threw her husband into a vat or something?
Oh, that. I don't think it's.
Richard.
Don't say I didn't warn
Oh my.
But that's impossible. That acid must be half a century old.
I mean, does acid ever go bad? I mean, that stuff still can't be dangerous. Only one way to find out. But once you go to
Mr. Lord.
Oh, let's try this. Test something else out.
Oh.
Here, here's our dinner. Let's go, everyone.
Anything to get me out of here. I don't know why would we be eating after we froze all right. This food, I couldn't eat. Ugh. This is what makes me want. Well, I think my favorite cook. What's that? What? There it is again. It's probably another rat. It appears to be coming from in here. What is it? Well, it appears to be something. Hey, doctor! What? Doctor! Who is that? What's going on? Mr. Lawrence! Anybody? What?
Mr. Lang's gonna take over for me. I have another commitment to run off to, but he's gonna talk a little bit about the process, and then a few students wanted to step out and say a few things.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. So first off, thank you for giving us this opportunity. It's always fun to get to kind of show our talents and see what we do, all the hard work that we put in. A couple of things too, just to kind of give us that push is, as a heads up, on Monday, they just got off prompt, which means there's no lines given. They can't have any help. They are on their own completely, like nothing we got going on. And we just started this week too, our lights and sound. So this is kind of a good test for us because we got to do a lot of our sound cues and a lot of our light cues that we normally don't get to do, which was super cool. The other fun part is, if you notice, it's not complete, right? So there's little pieces here, there's costumes, you can see shoes that aren't exact, right? All of that stuff all gets compiled into this window here until our show, which is November 8th and 9th. Got to plug that in. But all of that tech, all of that costumes, all of those things, a lot of this time we've been practicing basically since the start of school. A lot of that is line memorization, blocking, making sure they're in their places, making sure we have everything we need. Like I said, all that other stuff gets added: costumes, microphones, lighting, sound. We should have blood dripping from the ceiling. We should have bubbling and smoke and all of that really cool stuff. I do have two of our actors that kind of wanted to share a little bit about theater and what they like, and then that'll be our time if you guys are good with that. Our first up is Joelle.
Hi. So I've been doing theater since I was 7, and I kind of just stay with it because that's how I got all of my really, really good friends. I still talk to them to this day. I do hangouts with them. Like, they've just become like my chosen family, and that's kind of why I just still do theater and why I think other people should try and do theater.
Even when they insult you, Joelle?
Yes.
I remember when I was really little, I was terrified to talk in front of anybody. I was the type of kid, when you tried to get me to hang out with someone, I would hide behind my mom's leg. But theater has really helped me learn how to open up with not just other people, but also to feel more like I can be myself in general. Because I'm a little loud and obnoxious, but there are people like Joelle who will actually enjoy that part of me instead of telling me to be quiet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank
guys.
you.
Well, thank you. Can I just ask a quick question?
Yeah.
So I know, Joelle, you've been in the program, the arts here for, is there anything that you would like to see done more or less?
Yeah, I would love to see this program grow, not with just kids, but just, we've been using the same, not just equipment for forever. And I would love to see us get improvements even after I'm gone, and hopefully, maybe Mike someday. That would be great.
And we did talk to, because right now, I don't know if you guys are, I assume at this point, we do have, we did get money from the school district to get in light poles and more lights. That was a $10,000 addition, I believe, which in reality covers about 15 lights. And the light poles themselves, because we're gonna be hanging metal bars, those are donated time and material. And and then we'll put them up as well. So a lot of that is, and then same thing with picking out the lights, designing the lights, getting them set up. A lot of that is our volunteer hours too, which is, I think, a good point to point out. But it's just one of those, we try to step up every game. So last year we did this sort of musical, and we did lots of sound, lots of brights. This one we did a haunted. We try to give them, every student, a chance to do just about every genre in theater, and then we kind of go back on a cycle. But this year we're trying really hard to have a lot more tech heavy, a lot more effects, that just experiences that they wouldn't get otherwise. That hopefully if they want to do theater when they're older and they want to get a minor or major in it and that's what they want to do, then they have experience, which is super cool. So every time we get to just add and build, I think is an awesome thing that we get to do.
Because tech is another like really important thing. Like you saw us do that, but like there was tons of people working behind the scenes that you don't even get to see.
There's a guy in the ass with that. Not a safe place.
Awesome. Anything else you guys got, or?
Well, thank you very much. Great job, and look forward to seeing you guys in
Yeah, you should always do this. This is
a
awesome.
month or so.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Great job. All right. Moving on, is there anybody else that wanted to, Mr. Demota, I believe.
Yeah, I'm back, guys. I'm
All
back.
right. So he's going to be part of the student council.
Okay, so basically, my name is Christopher Demota. I am a senior at East Dubuque. Probably recognize me from up there. So my position in the council is I am the scribe, so I write down all the notes that we take during the meeting and all that other stuff. So I'm just here to let you know that what we're kind of doing in the future, what we're kind of start on planning. We're trying to plan some other fun activities specifically for Christmas time. We have our Christmas assembly where we play some games and just kind of get, honestly, the Christmas spirit up before we are out of school. So we have a Christmas assembly, and before that, we have a dress-up day for kids during Halloween, so everybody can dress up in their Halloween costume. And we do have a prize for that, $15 gift card if you win and you have the best prize, so that will be judged on by some teachers. For Thanksgiving, we do, we call it Thanksgiving grams, but people don't really have to pay for it, like sometimes other people or other things do. Every student just gets a couple pieces of candy in their locker and a note that just says Happy Thanksgiving, like, et cetera, et cetera. And then other things for Christmas, we do this year, we're having each class have a specific hallway and they're gonna decorate it as their own Christmas theme. And then that'll be judged on to get some money for their class, I believe. Let's think. And then we have some other Christmas dress up days like Pajama Day and Ugly Sweater Day. So just look out for some fun, exciting things to just get the student body hyped and excited for different activities that come up. So thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you very much.
Oh, do you guys have any questions?
I would say, what would you say is like this might, I don't mean to put you on the spot, so it's fine. What would you say, would you consider like your mission or your goal with student council? Is it like to improve student engagement? Is it kind of like, what's the main thing that you guys, is it to learn about governance?
I think it depends on what kind of point of view you're standing from. I would say like specifically like adults and faculty and stuff, it gives us a good chance to work on our leadership to help us for future and just like become a better leader in school and be a good example. I know a lot of student-wise, we really just try to get students excited and have a lot of student engagement so people think it's fun and they continue to show up to school and all this other stuff. I know even like students, they definitely agree they want to become better leaders, and this is a great idea so you can help plan things to make things more fun that you wouldn't usually do outside of school. So any other questions?
Make sure you have some of those other student council members come and speak in front.
I will. Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Anybody else that wanted to address the board this evening? All right, moving on then to staff reports. We'll go to Mr. Hire, please.
All right, three brief things on there. I just wanted to touch base on. We had, actually the end of September, our good old pumpkin run. 1,000th in a row, it's probably the 35th or something silly like that. But anyway, they've been around a long time. As usual, great turnout. Kids were jacked, did a great job. Though a couple struggled at the end, we had a few teachers. They're professionals running with them to help them finish. It was great seeing them, strive to finish as well and be part of it. So kind of got to run down and always kind of highlight the top 10. It's awesome. It's just great to see the dedication. And Then just recently, we had our annuals, our 6th in a row STEM night at the University of Dubuque. College kids come out, so it's a project they do. Chad Mearmeyer, professor there, he's the one who coordinated it this year. They've had a couple different professors in past years, but he has his class. Each individual takes a different station, so they lead a STEM station. And honestly, the last couple of years, I've seen a lot of the same stations. This year was completely different. Thankfully, no slime. I love that. The cleanup was delightfully simple. I doubt the teachers even noticed the next day. The rooms were.
We noticed.
Oh, okay. Other things there was, the rest didn't notice how trashed the place was during the event. It was borderline chaos. Like, that's how many people were there. It was wonderful chaos. It was so great. It's such a massive turnout of kiddos, even some older ones, which came. Anyway, it was great stations, just a ton of fun. So I really enjoyed that partnership and love that event. Look forward to it every single year. Your family did too. And then the last one, which these guys thankfully reminded me, they're supposed to be anonymous. I didn't know that, so just ignore the name on there. Anyway, huge shout out to that organization who just continues to bless us with donations and freebies and those kind of things. Cliff said, hey, that's who I would call. They often just comment, which I wouldn't have known, and he was spot on with it. So anyway, it's great. We appreciate, great organizations in our community.
Any questions for Mr. Hire?
Just to clarify, it wasn't a bad slime mess. We just noticed there was more. It wasn't like anything to complain about whatsoever.
I'm trying to think of the thing in your room. What station was it?
It was a little of all the projects.
Oh, was that what it was?
I think it was just people leaving their stuff. Yeah, it was fun.
Not having a child in elementary school for the first time in many years, not being there for it. I saw pictures that people posted and stuff, and I know my daughter was one of the first places she ran was to the slime place.
Exactly.
You got to get in there and get slime. I mean, it was always neat experience.
The one event though, and I swear probably a third of them made it in the garbage can on the way out because parents wouldn't let them out of the building with them. But those annoying, they were like little harmonica things, or you saw it. Yes, with the popsicle sticks, they were so loud and the kids loved it. But I guarantee parents were cursing me as they left the building. So it was great. A lot of fun.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. All right, we'll move on to Mr. Sirianni.
So first thing I got on there is just for activities. So fall activities are in the process of wrapping up. Junior high football, junior high volleyball. The junior high volleyball, I said that I would update you on Saturday. The 8th grade had their conference tournament, and our girls ended up in 3rd place. So that's where they finished in the regular season, and the conference tournament played out the same way. Junior high cross country just ran their last meet. We are still waiting for results from last night to be able to share those with everybody. I know there's parents waiting anxiously to see how their kids did. So we'll share those as soon as we get them. High school football will have their last game this coming Friday. It'll be senior night, so we'll have introductions of all the senior football. There's going to be a couple of golfers and the pep band seniors that will all get introduced, and that'll be at 6:40, and then right around 7 the game will kick off. We've also then got high school volleyball. Regionals were finalized. We will go to West Carroll for the regionals, and we will play on Tuesday night, the 28th, against Eastland will be our first game. And then if they win, they continue. So we'll see if they can kind of get on a roll here in the last couple of weeks. High school cross country will then begin their postseason on October 25th. They'll have their conference meet this weekend, and then they will go to regionals on the 25th. So the boys team has been very successful so far. So I think they're very excited about some opportunities coming up. The girls do not have enough for a full team this year, even between 3 schools. So that's been a struggle for them, but they've got a couple of individuals that have some chances to do some things. So, and winter activities are junior high boys started practice for basketball yesterday, and it'll be shortly we'll have basketball games going on. You had the teaser for the play just a little bit ago. So the high school fall play, as Sam mentioned, is on the Friday night, the 8th, or excuse me, Saturday night, the 8th, and Sunday afternoon, the 9th. And they'll have, I think it's 7 o'clock on Saturday night and 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon for those of you that want to try to make it for the performance. Corridor. So I just met with our representative, Remy, who I believe you guys have had an opportunity to listen to in the past, the one with the very strong French accent. I think there was some pieces that we were not fully aware of, but at any rate, tomorrow afternoon with the high school and junior high staff, we will have kind of an unveiling. They will be able to load the app onto their cell phones, and then we will begin to pilot this program. We don't know exactly when the pilot will happen, but tomorrow will at least be the unveiling. They'll get the apps, they'll be able to test it out and see how the features work. The piece I think that there was some miscommunication on is, at least my impression was that all of our teachers were going to be a part of this pilot program. What I found out today is you can only be on this pilot program if you have an Apple phone, if you have an iOS phone. So anybody who has Samsung or other phones, they don't have that app capability at this time. Computer, which we thought then that would be the backup for those that don't have a cell phone with them. Some of the teachers aren't going to carry a cell phone all the time for different reasons, but they would at least have their computer. The computer is only for the administrators. That's the only people that get the computer program because you get to see the entire thing from your computer. So there's some kinks to work out of this that I don't think we were fully aware of going into it. But the idea of the program and what it will provide and the safety and security measures is still, there's 3 schools right now in the country that are piloting it this year. Us, and then, what was it, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So you think about Tulsa and Philadelphia and Little East Dubuque. So kind of a neat opportunity. We'll see where it goes tomorrow afternoon. Will give us a little bit better direction. So by the time we get to the November meeting, we'll be able to give you a better update on Corridor. And then the last item I had is Veterans Day. So we are no school on Monday the 10th to recognize Veterans Day. So we are having the assembly on Tuesday the 11th on Veterans Day. District-wide, we'll be up here in the high school junior high gym at 9 o'clock to do our Veterans Day assembly. So I always look forward to that day. See a lot of familiar faces, students that have graduated that are now either active or former members of the militaries and all of the family and relatives. So it's always a good day.
Can I ask a question about the corridor? Well, actually I have 2. The thing that you mentioned about needing an Apple phone, from what I understood when they came and talked about it, we parents would also have an app. So will that also be the same for when it gets to that point, it would only be for Apple phones?
I haven't gotten that answer yet.
Okay.
So I don't know how that will translate to the parents.
Okay. And then from a pilot standpoint, do you mean like a pilot as if like we're just testing it to see if we like it and then it might not be a long-term thing for us?
Well, we are testing it this year. It will only be in test mode. It will only be in what they call drill mode. So it's not fully set up to actually be used in a true emergency, but we will be able to drill it, test it, do the different types of emergencies that might come up in a practice scenario, along with the other 2 school districts. And then as the year goes, they will compile the good, the bad, the glitches, the different things, so that at some point, either later this year or next school year, then it will be a fully active, it will be a system that's in place, not just a pilot. I don't know if I answered your question or not.
So is the iPhone just a temporary thing, or is it eventually going to be able to be used on other phones?
Trying to decipher through the French accent, I believe it's a temporary thing, but I'll be honest, that part I didn't quite catch clearly, and the more I asked, the more confused he got. So I didn't push it any further.
So everyone that's doing it right now is piloting it. So there are no places that have it live yet.
Correct. Yes. So at this point, that parent piece is not going to be an active part of it yet anyway, until the pilot is done and until it converts into the actual live system.
It'd be interesting to know, because every room has a smart board, correct?
Yes.
It'd
Well-
be interesting if they could integrate something to that smart board, so that way, you know, if something were to happen, then it could trigger. So,
Well, we have the clear touch or
the clear touch,
clear
yes.
touch, but we mostly have the interactive whiteboards, but they're not quite the same. So I don't know that they would have the iOS operating system, but that is a good question.
If it's something they could do in the future, I think. Well, it's connected online some way. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not enough
So
to
just-
be able to answer that right now.
I just thought it was interesting.
Very
We
good
have them
question.
there, so neat if they could. All right. Anything else for Mr. Sirian? Thank you, Darren. And moving on to Mr. Potts' report. So Grover, if you would like, I'll give you an opportunity to speak first.
Sure, I'll just go over it real quick. Like I noted in there, their bleachers passed inspection, all indoors and outdoors. From the safety security side of things, we've added 2 more cameras at the elementary campus. We put 2 new outside lights down there and 1 up here. So the area is pretty well lit up. I did take a few webinars on school safety and intruders and stuff like that. You can read what I come up with. The big emphasis is mental health and being proactive instead of reactive. So, and then the big one here is the yearly service on the maintenance boiler. We discovered a problem on the mezzanine boiler, so we will probably going with the new unit up there. So we are in the process of getting that whole ball of wax going. So it's going to be rush to get it in here before winter sets in. So with everything. So and I put in there October 2nd with National Custodian Appreciation Day. It was a lot of thanks from the staff here, so my guys. So I really appreciate the good thoughts and friendly words to them. They really do work hard to keep our buildings up. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Grover. Appreciate all your efforts and your team's efforts, so thank you for that. Any questions for Mr. Creevy? Thank you. And then I'm not going to read through for transportation, but still need bus drivers. So if you know anybody's interested, let Mr. Wider know. And then from superintendent standpoint, a lot of focus on the belonging. You know, and I'm drawing a blank on the gentleman's name that had presented for us. You know, I know he did a session for the teachers. So, you know, I think that's an important piece, making sure people feel welcome, you know, want to be here. So, and then the morning announcements, I think that's great, seeing stuff on the VRECU page every day. You know, I think it's nice to have something there. You know, a little's better than nothing. You know, and I like to see that. I like seeing what the meals are going to be, because, you know, there was times when my kid would think it's one meal and then he'd go to school and find out. So having that there, it is very helpful. So thank you for that. And then the AEDs were updated, so much appreciation for Phil Arnsdorf to make sure that those were all updated. And then the strategic plan, it's close. So hopefully, I believe he had sent the link for that. We should have access to be able to see that. And he hasn't sent it recently, but he had previously sent it, so you might have to dig through some emails.
That link now is the final.
Well, it's not final,
Ish.
it's close.
Okay, it's the
But-
most updated.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you go out there and look, if you have any questions or anything that you want to see updated, just let Mr. Fox know. All right. We'll move on to unfinished business then. There's nothing listed, anything anybody wanted to discuss? I know, Dan, you had attended the Northwest Division Conference. Is there anything you wanted to share?
No, just some updates from the state superintendent. 2027 and then we're covered because we have our own people.
And you're continuing on as a division officer, so thank you for doing that. Appreciate that. All right, so moving on then to new business. 6.1 is an informational item. It's a FOIA request from Wisconsin Illinois News for names of newly inducted NHS members and names of Illinois State scholars. So that was completed. 6.2 is an informational item. October 13th through the 18th is Principals Appreciation Week. So thank you very much, Mr. Hatter. Mr. Searhead, appreciate all your efforts. Keep up the good work. And 6.3 is an informational item. November 15th is School Board Members Day. So we get a big day to celebrate. So thank you.
That's on a Saturday.
Yeah, perfect. We'll take a day off, you know.
We're gonna send you to Chicago.
Yeah.
All right, and then 6.4 is an action item. So we need to authorize transfer of funds from Fund 60 to Fund 30 for Bond Series 2020 Phase 1, December 2025 payment for $135,000 in principal and $28,153.75 in interest for a total of $163,153.75.
Second.
It's been moved by Dan, seconded by Esta to approve. Roll call, please.
Foot,
Aye.
Shower.
Aye.
Ryan,
Aye.
Holden. Dahlberg.
And 6.5 is an action item to authorize transfer of funds from Fund 60 to Fund 30 for Bond Series 2022 ARS Bond, December 2025 payment, $65,000 in principal, and $34,475 in interest, for a total of $99,475. It's been moved by Angie, seconded by Esta to approve. Roll call, please.
Ryan.
Aye.
Holden. Dahlberg. Foot.
Aye.
Shower.
Aye.
And moving on to personnel, it's just an informational item that Ms. Kessler and Ms. Prevey will be switching jobs, so. Good luck. So are you doing all the training now? All right.
I will take over October 31st, I'll move in there. So Sue will be here for next year, so to help me out.
Wonderful.
And I with her.
All right.
My dream job.
Great.
Hey, congratulations.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, and then we do have an executive session. We will need to go into executive session for the placement of individual students in special education programs and other matters relating to individual students, 5 ILCS 120/2C10. I entertain a motion.
I motion.
It's been moved by Christina, seconded by Angie. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. All right. We'll begin the session for a short time.
Glenn, let's plan on just using my office. Because our guy is always in the conference room.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay,
you're
Sounds
okay with that?
that should be fine. Yep.
Oh, it would be Rowan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
I so much.